Bro fam, thank you for tuning back into the channel. Please hit that like button, that subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Each and every subscription helps. Hit that button.
It's Monday. Cheap Not Broke fan, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning back into the channel.
Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers, and we're gonna get there at some point. But we're on the way. You can't, unless you're trying, you're not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So we gotta keep on trying, keep on going, keep on giving that good info. Thank you all for tuning back in on this Monday. Happy Monday. And what are we talking about tonight? Well, I didn't do a show Friday, but I was talking about it Friday. Boycotting. The answer is boycotting the answer. You know, this weekend people boycotted McDonald's, Walmart, Target, Amazon, all these other places. And did it do anything?
That's the question. Did it do anything? Did it work? Did it work?
That's my quick question. Did it work? Well, honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Just give my thoughts and opinions on it. Now, me personally, knowing what I know about business, why would the company give you the real numbers and tell you, yes, it worked. They decreased our profits by 50%. They wouldn't tell you that because you'll do that shit again. So they're not going to tell you the truth. You're not going to get the truth from them. That's not going to happen. But yes, this past weekend, everybody, there was a lot of talk about boycotting these companies for one day. Now, personally, the company make a lot of money. I don't know if one day would be enough. You would have to literally boycott them for quite a while. I've never known a boycott to work in a day, but it's a good start. It's a good start. You got to do something. Now you hear a lot of people out there talking about boycott. Well, you shouldn't boycott. This shouldn't work. Well, you shut the hell up because you don't have no idea. Those are the same people who tell you what you shouldn't do not have a plan for what you should do. Don't tell me no unless you can tell me yes. That's what my dad always says. Don't tell me no unless you can tell me yes. That's what he tells me. Which is true. If somebody can't tell you no, if they can't tell you yes, then don't tell me no. I don't want to hear that. Get out my face. Keep it moving. Kick rocks barefoot or with your socks on. I don't give a damn. But yes, I don't know if you participated. Did I participate? Yeah, well, somewhat. I had to go grocery shopping on Friday. I needed some groceries, so I did have to get some stuff. Now, did I go to Walmart? No. Did I go to Target? No. I didn't go on that Friday, but I did attend because I did need some stuff. So, you got to do what you got to do. You got to get some stuff. You got to get stuff. You got to live. You got to survive. My question is, where is the alternative? Where else are you going to keep? Where are you going to go? Well, I mean, like I said, I don't have no problem with people doing this. Where else can you go? Walmart has the cheapest prices on the block. Who's beating Walmart? I don't like Aldi's. I don't go to Aldi's. Aldi's is dirty. Their food is not that great to me. 99-cent store has closed down out here in California. We don't no longer have a 99-cent store. That's why I used to go get a lot of stuff. Dollar Trees are few and far in between. So where do people go? It's not like, I get it. You want to boycott, but where do you go? Now, do you go to these companies directly to their website and order stuff? You got Amazon. Border Amazon, boycott Amazon. I get it. But where is the alternative? That is my question. I get the initiative. They're in the DEI practices. They're not hiring all these people. Look, they were never hiring that many people anyway. DEI only works for only exempt people are rich white men. Other than that, your ass is on the chopping block. Everybody, black, white, Spanish, gay, straight, don't matter. If you're under a certain income class, you're affected. They will fire you. So don't just think. A lot of people have been thinking, oh, DEI is only about black people, only about people of color. No, DEI is about anybody. They'll fire anybody's ass. And long before this whole thing was happening, they were doing it. Here's the thing. Who was regulating this stuff anyway? Who was the watchdog to make sure, hey, do y'all we see you got 300 employees. Do you have at least 15 black people? Do you have at least 12 women? Do you have at least 7 Mexicans? No. Business don't work like that. Now, back in the day, people used to be super racist. They didn't want to hire anybody. People still do. Let's be real. If you got your own business, you're going to hire whoever the hell you want to hire. People hire whoever they want. Look, I got a business. I'm going to hire who I like, and I'm going to hire who, cost effective. I'm going to do what's in the best interest of the business. Now, you get to a certain place, some people, I'm only going to hire white men, black men. Okay, cool. Your business going to be trash. Sports leagues can't do that. They going to hire whoever want. Miss Cross, hey, what's going on? My question too, where is the alternative? Exactly. That's the thing. I understand the premise of the boycott. I totally get it. I just got to know where else we got to go. We can't have a plan. We can't have a plan of, okay, well, if something's going on, we're going to go here. All right, cool. When we get there, what are we going to do? We can't just have a plan. That's like you have a plan. You're going to drive from California to Florida. Well, where the hell are you going to stay when you get there? You can't just get to the state line and be like, what city are we going to go to? Where are we going to stay when we're going to get there? How much money do we need? It's a couple other questions to be asked. That's it. Like, I get the idea. We get it. But I just want to know where the hell else am I going to go? Because I don't really know anywhere else cheaper than Walmart to go. I really don't. I mean, Amazon, Walmart, Target, you only got so many places to go buy stuff, to be honest. You can't, I don't know if you're going direct to the website to buy no toilet paper, no paper towels. I don't know anybody doing that. Where are you going to go? That's the good question for me. Where are you going to go? And if you are going to really boycott, you got to sit this thing out for a little minute now. You can't just do a day. We got to get, we're talking, at least 30 days. I mean, you at least got 30 days. Okay, let's put it in context. Let's say you're a drinker. You're an alcoholic. I'm going to stop drinking for one day. That ain't going to help you. You smoke. I'm going to stop smoking for one day. That ain't going to help you. You're overweight. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to go to the gym for one day. It ain't going to help you. You got to do more than that. You got to have a couple days of doing something. It's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. And then I think about it like this. Are we just not going to shop there, or are we going to not buy certain products? Now, I think it would be a little easier to say we're not going to get this certain product because certain companies are, with the DEI practice too. So rather than going to the Target conglomerate, we're going to attack this particular product. We're not going to buy this particular juice brand. We're not going to buy this particular toilet paper. We're not going to buy this particular water. Now, with that being said, not only are you hurting the company who has this particular practice or whatever you don't like, also, you're also hurting Target because they're losing sales as well. So you got it just need to be a little more formal than just, hey, don't shop here for a day. Hell no. That's like Walgreens. We're going to boycott Walgreens. Well, where are people supposed to get their prescriptions? You're going to change over for a day? You can't do that. You're not going to get your medication for a day? You can't do that. You got to get a little more than that. They said Costco, but there's not a Costco every corner like Walmart and Target. True. That is true. But Costco still keeps their DEI practices in place. Now, me personally, I don't look, they're not hiring that many. They're not just hiring that many of anybody. They're going to hire whoever the hell they want. Wherever you go, there's a white person who owns the company, they're going to hire majority white people. That's just how it goes. You got a black-owned business. You think you're going to have a bunch of Spanish people there working? Probably not. No. And that is absolutely true. There is not a Costco on every corner. There's not a Cargo. They said, you're right. Everybody said, go to Costco. Costco don't sell everything. And I don't need that much. Costco sell you the whole city. Like, when I listen, we buy toilet paper every 6 months. We don't need toilet paper like that. We just, we buy enough toilet paper for 6 months. We buy enough paper towel for 4 months. When you go to Costco, you ain't got to go back no time soon. You really don't. Costco, you should be straight for a long time. But that being said, what do people really do? How do we really get this under control? Now, what I'm curious about is, when you still fill out a job application, they still ask you white, black, sex. Out here in California, are you gay or straight? Well, who does that matter? You got to pull your... No, I'm not going to say that. You got to get naked to know if you're gay or straight. What that got to do with the job? That don't mean nothing. Even if the person's gay or straight, who you hitting on at the job? That doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what your sexual preference is at the job. If you want to get into that job, human resources that way. Take your ass that way because they got something for you. It doesn't make any sense to me. Now, did I participate? Somewhat. I did. But hell, I went back on Sunday to go shopping. I had to go back. So the same money I didn't spend on Friday, I spent on Sunday. And I'm not here to tell people what to do. Should you do this or do that? I'm not here for that. I'm here to figure out long-term plan. What do people really want out of the deal? What do they want? Now, like I said, they're not DEI, diversity, inclusion. I forget the hell it is. I forget what it is. I forget what the acronyms is. But the thing about it is, who is enforcing that? Are they going to levy fines on these people? You see DoorDash and Uber taking tips for people. I talked about that on Thursday. They were stealing tips from people. They only hit them for $17 million. That is nothing. And all the tips, let's be clear, all the tips that they really stole, they jumbled it up in one and cut the $17 million check. Who got most of the money? The lawyers. They got most of the money. The people who that got missed out on tips, they're not going to go back and check your account. Oh, you missed about $130 in tips. This person over here missed $75 tip. This person over here missed $15 in tips. They're not doing that. They just come to something, a certain number. All right, well, shit. What y'all want to pay? Damn it. $17 million. Okay, great. Now everybody gets cut a check for $1.30. I can't do nothing with this shit. Screaming French. I can't do nothing with that. You need a plan, just like the drivers. Now, I'm going to tell you somebody who could really bust ass. Uber drivers and Lyft drivers. Now, y'all don't drive for a week. There you go. You're going to do something because that will hurt them. That will hurt them. If Uber drivers, they don't boycott for a week. They boycott for a week, don't drive no car. Oh, everybody's messed up. That's a big problem. But you're always going to have somebody who needs the money, and that's going to do it. Let the pilots boycott. We're not flying. No planes take to the sky on whatever date. No plane is flying nowhere. They can't just hire pilots like that. You can really hit them. But these big ass behemoth of companies, nah, man, it's gonna take a little more than that. It's gonna take a lot more to make them feel the pain. It just is. It just really is. So I think it needs to be a well thought out plan. I think it would be better to go after particular products than the whole store. It's like, we're not gonna buy this particular product. Just like when somebody does a company or a little small business does something in the neighborhood or in the community. People can protest them and shut them out of business. Because hey, they'll feel it. They're small business, 30 days of sales, that might hurt a person. Target has investors. They can pull money from other places, and to really make a company shut down, it's tough, but it can happen. Now, what's making companies shut down is just, the world is changing. Like a lot of Macy's are closing. Who you know shopping at Macy's right about now? Who do you know? Anybody watching right now? Who do you know that goes and say, you know what? I need to go get some clothes. I need to go get this. I'm going to Macy's. Anything Macy's sells, you can get it online or get it somewhere else. They're going out of business. So Target, Walmart, there is no real alternative, people. And people are price conscious. People care about how much they paying for stuff. And if you're in a rural area, you're probably going to Walmart. If you're in the city, probably going to Target. Whole Foods, now you can boycott Whole Foods. You don't need that. You can take your ass somewhere else. Whole Foods is not, there's a lot of other grocery stores to go to besides Whole Foods. That's just a personal preference. But Walmart and Target, I don't see it. McDonald's, they felt the heat a little before all this happened. McDonald's, their sales were down because they were, why were their sales down? Oh yeah, their sales were down because they started raising the prices. And McDonald's is for, low income people. If you're making $3 million, you're not going to just pull up on McDonald's and go get that. McDonald's is for convenience. You see at McDonald's, oh shit, I don't want to spend that much money. Let me go to McDonald's. And you run to McDonald's and get your food. You can't make McDonald's shut down, but they do care about their money. They did drop them prices. McDonald's did bring back some stuff. They brought back the $3 fish fillet. I hadn't had McDonald's since September 30th. Been doing pretty good. They brought back that. Now Shake Shack, Shake Shack got some new stuff on the menu. I want to try. I might be Shake Shack. Y'all calling me. But McDonald's, they made them drop their prices down. Walmart, they felt it too. They rolled their prices out, brought their prices down. Now, out of diversity, the diverse DEI, what would you have to happen? Yeah, they got DEI. They don't want to hire any more black or women or whatever. I get that. But if they drop the prices, that's a win. That is a win. But you can't make these people hire who they don't want to hire. I'm sorry. You just can't make them do that. That's like Congress. At no point in time in history, 100 years from now, Congress is going to be majority white folks. It is what it is. You're not going to have, 25% 25% black, 25% white, 25% Mexican, 25% Asian. That's never going to happen. No, sir. The system was built to run how it runs. That's how it works. Most of the CEOs are white because you got to think about it. You got all these huge investors, these hedge funds. People like to be around folks like them. That's all of us. It's just everybody doesn't run no big ass business. People like to say, support black businesses. I believe in black business and all this, but at what point in time do you just become a regular business? Because if you don't like black people, well, I'm not shopping there. I buy a lot of stuff, and if I probably knew who was selling it and what they did, I probably wouldn't fool with them. I'm like, I don't like this guy. Fuck him. I'm not buying this. People are going to spend their money on who they like and where they're comfortable, or they're going to spend where their money goes the furthest. Spirit Airlines, how are they still in business? Tickets are cheap, and they got a lot of flights. That's how they're in business. They're not in business because they're great. They're not in business because they're price conscious. Now, you got your luxury brands like your Louis Vuittons, your Chanels. Those people are going to spend the money because they're just rich people, and they got the money to spend on that. You're not really going to boycott them. Like, oh, it is what it is. It is what it is. But a lot of people, like I said, I wasn't hurt by the whole DEI thing. They're going to hire who they want anyway. I'm black. I've never walked in any place and seen 75% black people working. Not at the corporate level. Never at the corporate level. Never seen it. And, you do have CEOs. The CEO of Waymo, if you're familiar with Waymo is like Uber. It is the driverless car service. Their CEO is a black woman. So some people, they're still hiring people, but they're just not hiring them in droves. And they never have. They never have. Look at the federal government. They're not firing people based off of color. They're firing people based off of money. Y'all ass out of here. Y'all gotta go. They're firing people based off of the money. So, I'm curious to know your thoughts. Drop a comment. Let me know. What do you think about the boycott? And how do you think you can really deal with this? How do you think you can really deal with this? What do they really do about DEI? What do you do about that? I mean, best thing you can really do is have a company employ people and hire who you want yourself. Other than that, there's not much you can really do about it. Like I said, I get the boycotting thing, but you can't boycott nothing for a day and they feel it. You just can't. I don't think you're going to sway anybody for a day. I don't think there's anything you're going to do in your personal life for a day that's going to sway anything. I'm not going to drink juice or eat sweets for a day. Nah, you got to go longer than that. But like I've said, you got to attack the particular product brand. I don't think you can go after the whole store. Stop buying this particular product, and that's that. Now, I know a lot of small business owners are saying, hey, if you boycott Target, you're going to boycott us, which makes sense. So you go to Target, you buy this particular brand, but you don't buy these other people. I mean, you're trying to tank sales. But, how much are you going to really take sales? See, sales ain't going to really cut it. You got to drop that stock price. You want to really make a company feel it? You drop their stock price, because then now they got problems with their shareholders, and the shareholders got a little power. That's how you really get them down. You got to make a person's stock price drop. That's what you got to do. Walmart, their stock price drop, they lowered the prices. Target, stock price drops, they'll lower the prices. They'll get some stuff done. I don't know if they're going to go back to the DEI thing, but however, all of us are affected. Everybody affected, whether it's DEI or not, everybody's affected. My whole thing is about inflation. Hell, what are we going to do about inflation? Like, how can we get them to stop raising the prices on stuff? I saw, inflation, the Dallas Mavericks, they just raised their ticket prices 5%. And I'm surprised they told you. Usually they don't tell you that stuff. Usually they just do it like, hey, I'm raising the price. Kiss my ass. I'm out of here. So that's what usually happens. But, overall, the thing about it for me is this. They're laying off a lot of people. And my whole thing is, hey, make sure you got your money taken care of. Make sure you got some cash reserves. Pay off that credit card. You don't need to end paying that thing off. If you can get up out of that car loan early, get up out of that car loan. Make sure you're watching your money with a telescope. You got to watch your money with the telescope. You got to pay attention to what the hell is going on. You don't want nothing to pop up on you. Some people's situation, a flat tire, or you've got a house, a household appliance, that stops working out. Throw a wrench in the whole system. Not only are you not working, so you got to be able to hold on. Like I said, I know about this. Worked at a contractor for many years, and as a contractor, they just let you go. But I've learned to take care of my money and make sure I can cut back where I can. That's what you got to do. Like, remember Netflix? They were supposed to drop Netflix down. They were trying to get rid of Netflix. Netflix was they were raising the prices. Not raising the prices. What was Netflix doing? Yeah, Netflix was raising the prices, and everybody's going, password sharing. They say, we're gonna stop all this password sharing. Well, Netflix has programs that you want now, and people are paying more money because now you got to go exclusive see it. Like the Oscars is on Netflix, and they're talking about bringing them there next year. Amazon is going to be boycotted from March 7th through 14th. Oh, that's 7 days. Hi. Hey, Mom. So what are you saying? You're going to boycott Amazon March 7th through 14th. Can you boycott Amazon? I think you can, because you can go get that stuff from other places. Walmart, Target. Now, there is some stuff Amazon has that you can't find nowhere else. That's true. I believe that. But the boycott it from March 7th through 14th, I think it would be easier to go after the companies that sell products and not the retailer. See, the retailer sells everything. Walmart, Target, they buy all this stuff from all these other companies. They just resell. They're just resellers. They don't make anything. But if you go after a company that's producing, that's a different story. That's a different scenario. And I think you'll see some results from that. Tell me what you think. Drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think. Curious to know. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Cheap Not Broke. Cheap Not Broke. And cheapnotbroke.com is back up and running, y'all. cheapnotbroke.com is back up and running. We got merch up there. We got hats. T-shirts, shorts, swimwear is going to be back up. It's going to be warming back up pretty soon. End of March, early April, I will be putting up swimwear, and I will be giving a discount code. You got to watch the show to get the discount code. But please make sure you go over there and grab your Cheap Not Broke merchandise. Please do. And hit all these pages up. Go to Cheap Not Broke on Instagram, Cheap Not Broke on TikTok, Cheap Not Broke on X. Cheap Not Broke everywhere. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Please, and thank you. It's very much helpful. Now, what else can be boycotted? Like you said, what other companies you can boycott? Like boycott Netflix. You can boycott a Netflix because you don't need that. You don't need that. And they're not putting out shows that people gotta see. They're not putting out shows like that. Or you can churn. Just cut the service off and come back to it. It's not like, well, if you cancel the service and come back, we're gonna raise the price on you. No, it's gonna be the same thing. So some people you can boycott. Some companies are a little more difficult to boycott. In the United States of America, you only got Target and Walmart are your major retailers to buy all your stuff. You don't have any other places really to go. You really don't. Walmart's a behemoth. That's why people, like out here in Los Angeles, they don't let Walmart in. Walmart's not coming to the city. They do not let you build no new Walmarts because Walmart puts too much competition on the small businessman, and they can't compete. So Walmart ain't even going nowhere. Some places Walmart's bar like, nah, don't bring y'all ass over here because y'all going to make it harder for everybody else to make money. I get it. But boycotting. If you're going to boycott, you're going to do it. But let's see. Let's take a look at the statistics. Let's see. Got some information from you. Pre-event actions. A survey indicated that 47% of participants made purchases before February 28th to avoid spending day on the blackout. Additionally, 20% plan to delay certain purchases until after the event. And 15% intend to forgo specific purchases entirely. Right. You can't just avoid Target and Walmart. They're too big. You got to go after particular products. Then you'll hurt them. You got to hurt them like that. Because they're going to keep selling stuff. But you got to go after what they're selling. That's what you got to do. Demographic insights. Participation was notably higher among Gen Z shoppers, with 22% indicating they would partake in the one-day blackout. Retail analysis. By midday, February 28th, retail market research firm Circana, I think that's it, Circana, one of the two. Circana, one of the two, reported no significant decrease in customer spending. Marshall Cohen, the firm's chief retail advisor, observed that consumer behavior appeared largely unchanged, with the normal daily fluctuations in shopping activity around 5 to 10% variation in customer traffic. Now, you see, you can't boycott something and say, well, look, I'm going to buy everything the day before the boycott the next day, and then go back next week. No, you didn't do nothing. You got to withstand. Like when companies strike, people got to go on strike for about a week or two. You can't strike for a day. You got to strike for a week or two. And you're always going to have people who are going to come in and get the money. That's what makes strikes so hard. That's what makes it so something. Hit them where it hurts. American boycott. All right, here we go. Got another policy. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. Shall we? Let me see. Let me pull up my article real quick. Where is it at? Bam. Here we go. Hit them where it hurts. Americans boycott corporations and protest DEI policies. On Friday, Americans across the country are participating in economic boycott for 24 hours, organized by the People's Union, USA, a nonpartisan grassroots organization. Boycott quickly picked up steam across social media, with thousands of users sharing posts with related hashtags. Participants are asked not to spend any money, and if they need to, it's recommended that they shop at a local small business and pay in cash. Yeah, the cash thing. February 28th is a symbolic start to economic resistance, a day where we all show corporations and politicians we are in control of the economy, reads the organizations. The date itself is not tied to any historical event. It's just the beginning of something bigger. Hundreds of people from across the country responded to the Guardian questionnaire, which they detailed their decisions to stop shopping at stores like Target or Walmart and stop using companies like Amazon, Meta, formerly X or Twitter, even if it's inconvenient. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good in theory, but it's a behemoth. You gotta have a long-term plan. We need something for like a year or something, and you need a particular product. You got to go crash one company. You're not going to crash the Targets or the Walmart, but you got to crash one company. One particular company, you got to stop buying a particular product. Now, if you don't have alternatives to Walmart and Target, but you got alternatives. Let's say Bounty Bounty hand towels. You got alternatives to hand towels. Or if you're going to go to Walmart, you want to boycott Walmart. Stop buying. Don't buy all the Equate. Don't buy their, is it Equate? Yeah, don't buy Equate. Equate's the old name. Great Value. Don't buy Great Value products. Now, they're still selling other stuff, but, Great Value products. You got to pick something to do this. Now, in history, I remember back in the 60s, the boycott, Rosa Parks, they boycott the buses. That was successful. A strike is successful because companies can't make money without the employees. That's a very successful thing. Now, Uber, like I'm telling you, now, if Uber or Lyft, if people decide to strike, they're going to feel that. Let no Ubers or Lyft get driven around, because people now, they got to go back to cabs and taxis. And that'll be tough. What we saw in COVID was a very good definition of what this could look like, because people were not making money, people weren't spending money, and a lot of companies closed down. Nobody big closed down, just small mom and pop places closed down. You got a lot of companies, they got so much in cash reserves, they can ride the situation out. Look at the cruise industry. They had a situation with COVID. Everybody was sick on the boats. They had to go park them boats for a year. They had to spend, I think it costs about $25,000, $75,000 a day to keep those boats up and running. You got to have crew on there. You still got to keep everything moving. Anything that's sitting around too long is going to go bad, including you. You sit around for a year and see what happens to you. Everything must be kept in motion for it to be kept efficient and working. And some of these big-ass companies, the Targets, the Walmarts, the Amazons, they got so much in cash reserves, they can ride the shit out. They can ride stuff out. And then what do? They got investors. Small companies don't have investors like that. But these big companies do. They got shareholders. They can figure it out. Josh Brown, long time no see. Welcome back. A lot of businesses buy space to sell their products inside Targets and Walmarts. It's best to go to the business's website and buy the product direct. That is true. Now, that is absolutely true. You can go straight to the company's website and get that stuff, get it sent to your house. Sent straight to you. Now, that's a way to get it done. Stop going in their stores, buy it there. But you gotta have some unity. And nobody needs to be unified more than the people who make under $500,000 a year. Those people, they don't want you to unify at all. They keep us all separate based off race, sex, religion, demographics, income. They keep it separate. They got like 5-6 things to keep you separate. Well, we're the same color, but you don't make as much money as you. I can't roll with you. Well, we're the same sex. We're men. We're both women, but you're black. I'm white. I can't roll with you. Or we're the same. We're men. We're all men and women, but you're too old. You're too young. I can't roll with you. There's always something to keep people divided. When they said united we stand, divided we fall, who were they talking about? They damn sure weren't talking about us. They were talking about keeping the people at the bottom divided. The people at the top always stand united. They always do. Republicans and Democrats are united. Start playing with those folks' money. See if they don't unite. It's all a game. The United States government, it's all a game. Republicans, Democrat, everybody, it's all a game because they all meet behind closed doors and they all got certain agendas that they're all trying to push. So don't be fooled by this. I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat, man. Them people all go have dinner and kick it after they get off TV. They do. They don't have a starch hate for each other. No, they don't. I'm investing in your company. You're investing in my company. All this stuff. It's all kind of money shaking hands and stuff. So don't be fooled by this Democrat-Republican thing. It's for the people at the bottom. It's for the masses. Hey, he's black, he's white. Because you remember, racism wasn't always a construct. Racism didn't always exist in America. Racism became a construct when they started having too many black slaves in America. They had to separate the whites from the blacks because you didn't want them people to revolt. The rich man never wants the poor people to revolt because there's way more of them. Way more. And then with the news, and people watch the news all the time, you just can't get people to get together on any accord. Even education. You can't even people to agree on education. Everybody needs an education in America. How much does that education pay? Who cares if you got an education if you can't make no money? What good is having an education if I can't get paid? The only reason you want to be educated is to get paid. What you need to read and write for? Just so you can be homeless and on the streets? No, you want to make some money. The purpose of education is money, and they don't discuss the money. That's my whole thing on that. It's all political theater. Damn right it is. They all meet. Just like Trump meeting the president, Donald Trump. He met with the leader from Ukraine. All political theater. All a sham. Go read the declassified notes on all this stuff. They tell you everything. It's all a sham. All a sham. We'll get into that later. All right, everybody. Let's get into these ads real quick. Let's pay some bills, and we will be right back. Boycotting, yes. You got to talk about it. It has to be more in-depth discussion, just like we're just not going to shop there for a day. You got to get more in detail about it. And what do you want? Even if you stop shopping there, is DEI coming back? Are they going to say, you know what, we're not making the money. Let's hire all these people back. I doubt it. They're not going to do that. So, what's the ultimate goal? You can have a plan, but you got to have a goal. You got to have a plan. You got to have a roadmap where you're going to go. But what you're going to do when you get there? Like, it's great to have a roadmap to get somewhere, but what are we going to do when we get there? Just like you're going to fly, you're taking a vacation, you're going to fly to another city. Okay, great. Once you get off the plane, now you're in the airport. What you going to do when you leave the airport? You need a plan. You got to plan now. You need transportation to get to wherever you're going to go. Where are you going to sleep? What are you going to eat? You got to plan all that stuff out. You can't just plan how to get somewhere and don't have a plan when you get there. And I think we need a plan of how we're going to get there. Boycotting, got it. But what are we going to do when we get there? What do we really want out of the deal? Do we want them to hire more people? What do we want? We got to discuss it. Got to talk about it. All right, everybody. You know what time it is. It's about that time. It's time to get on into some of that good old interesting news. Let's get to it, shall we? Is going on interesting in the world today? Well, we got quite a bit, y'all. We got quite a bit. All right. Let's check out this first article. Let's check it out. This is wild. But hey, we live in Trump's America. I'm not surprised it's happening. Man with 135 outstanding parking tickets sued by the state after new law takes effect. He owes more than $36,000. A man who dodged paying $135. What the hell you get 135 tickets for? What's wrong with you? You can't read? You must can't read the signs. Something wrong with you. 135 tickets been slapped with a lawsuit as Washington, D.C. cracks down on reckless drivers. A tough new law, out-of-state drivers who rack up fines in the district can no longer get away with ignoring them. Out-of-state drivers who previously allowed to rack up tickets in Washington, D.C.
without being forced to pay up. Now, the Steer Act allows prosecutors to seize property, garnish wages. Damn, they'll garnish your wages? You have no power in America. You really think you do. You don't. And use other legal methods to collect unpaid traffic fines in D.C. Attorney General. Look, they're always trying to get money about you. The city hurting. That's what they need. He filed lawsuits against 3 Maryland drivers who came up and combined $93,000 in fines on Friday. As D.C.'s independent Attorney General, I intend to aggressively enforce the law, Schwab told NBC on Friday, whatever. Traffic violence and other fear puts into people walking to school, walking to the store in every single neighborhood in our city is immense. Andre Bowman leads the pack of punished out-of-state drivers with 145 tickets totaling more than $36,000. Why are they publishing this man's name? Earl Curtis, with 115 infractions, owes $27,000. Leon Connor has 84 tickets and is on the hook for $30,000. How the hell? Wait, let's do this math real quick. 84 tickets, $30,000. How much is that? Let me see. Let me look and see. Hold on a second. I need to see about that. We're gonna look real quick. How much is that? 30,000. 30,000 divided by, that's 3,000. 30,000 divided by 84 is, that's $357 a ticket. Damn, that's a lot of money. 135 divided by 36,000. Let's see. 36,000. I'm just curious, how much are they charging these people per ticket? I got to know. I need to know that. Hold on. If you see my mouse move, I'm using my calculator. I can't do all that in my head. 136,000 divided by 143. What is that? 250. Damn, that's about $251 a ticket. Jesus. Woo. You better hire a lawyer to fight this stuff. Curtis is one of the men sued and had 82 violations in a single year when he struck a child in North DC. Ooh, man, if you hit a kid, yeah, okay. Driver who hit a man crashed BMW at 80 miles per hour back of car, jail. It happened at the 6th and D streets of September when it going to, I don't care about all that. Damn. So listen, I wouldn't be surprised this start taking place other places. So you got parking tickets, pay them, because these people are suing you. And you don't want to get your wages garnished over no parking tickets. That is utterly ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. That is not what you want to happen to you. So make sure you pay your damn parking tickets. All right? You can't have that. You can't have that. That's a lot of money. That's a whole lot of money to be given the city, the state, over some BS. That's crazy. All right. I don't know if you have a small business or not, but this is important to small business owners. Now, I'm going to do a little more research into this, but this has popped up and I thought it was a good article. Treasury Department suspends enforcement of BOI and Corporate Transparency Act. So basically, this was a situation where you needed to send all your information in to the government of what kind of business you're running, your ID, all this other stuff, or they were going to put you in jail for 2 years. What they're trying to do is stop money laundering, wire fraud, and people selling drugs. Here's the crazy shit about it. If you make over $10,000 or I think over $1 million or $500,000, you're exempt. Well, don't you think the people that make that kind of money can do it the most? So this is just an attack on poor business people. That's all it was. That's all it was. The Treasury Department announced March 2nd that it will no longer enforce the Corporate Transparency Act or associated beneficial ownership information reporting requirements. Furthermore, the agency announced that not only will it not enforce any penalties or fines associated with the beneficial ownership information reporting rule under existing regulatory deadlines, but it will further not enforce penalties or fines against U.S. citizens or domestic reporting companies with the Beneficial Owners Act. Now, I'm trying to see what happened. The Corporate Transparency Act, which was signed into law January 2nd, 2021, under Biden, is an anti-money laundering law that directs businesses to report their ownership structures to Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, and which overseen by the Treasury Department. The thinking is that clear ownership structures make it more difficult for bad actors to use shell companies for illicit activities like money laundering and drug trafficking. But the companies with the big money do it. It's not the guys that are making $5,000, $10,000. That's not them. That's the big companies doing that. And they're not going after them. And that's the damn problem right there. That is the problem. And let's see. Had another story for you. Oh yeah, tariffs. Tariffs. Trump said he's going to enforce the tariffs at 25%, which is going to make everything go up. Prices are going to go up. I'm trying to look for the article I had on it, but I can't find it. Oh well, I still know it. I still read it all the way earlier. They're trying to. He's going to tax. He's going to bring tariffs. He's going to bring tariffs against Mexico and Canada, 25%. What they're saying, he's going to bring U.S. jobs back. But not actually. Prices are going to go up. It's not like everything's going to lose. You don't think they're going to put tariffs on America? What the fuck do you think? Excuse me. What the hell do you think is going to happen to us? Okay, so we're going to bring American jobs back. Okay, great. But you know what? Americans cost more money, and they're making this stuff in China cheaper. So, and they're only going to bring a few jobs back. These people still got these plants in China and these other places, and they're going to have loopholes. Look, they're going to still make it happen. I mean, do I agree with them bringing jobs back to America? Yeah. However, are you going to pay more for an American worker? Are you going to pay an American worker $23.50 to work? Or are you going to pay somebody in China $10.50? Well, what's best for my business? $10.50, and that's what you're going to do. I'm going to pay them $10.50. Shit, that's what I'm about to do. I'm going to pay, look, cheap labor. That's how companies make billions of dollars. They have cheap labor. Okay? Nike didn't become a $1 billion company by paying $300 to get their shoes made. You couldn't even afford the damn Nikes. So they're always looking for cheap labor. I'm sure a lot of that money is in fees. Oh yeah, a lot of that money is in fees. You're talking about the tickets. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, we're talking about the tickets and them suing you. Oh yeah, lots of fees. Lots of fees. Now, I'm pretty sure you better hire a lawyer and get all that stuff waived. I'm sure you can fight that. But you're going to need a lawyer to do it. You damn sure are. But yeah, overall, the tariffs, I mean, they're not really going to benefit us because other countries, look, here's what happens. So you bring American jobs here, okay? 25% on things coming in from U.S., Mexico, and Canada. The same companies, they got to buy stuff from Mexico and Canada because all stuff is not made here in America. So you need stuff from other places. And when we ship stuff out, they're going to put tariffs on us. So the tariff game is, I don't think nobody wins. Nobody wins. We're going to end up paying more money because the price is going to roll downhill. Some companies are going to absorb it, but most are not. Most companies are not going to absorb that. Look at Waffle House right now, charging 50 cents for the damn eggs. You think they're going to go back down? I hope they do. When the birds get better, somebody need to give them birds some Dimetap, some Robitussin, get them back straight. Some sick birds out there. We got to get the birds straight. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem. But this whole tariff thing, it's going to make prices go up. Prices are already going up. What do you do about inflation? Because things are going to keep going up and up and up. What you're not paying, what you were paying for stuff in the 60s is astronomically more now. Everything is more now. You got more stuff to pay for. But what do you need to be paying for? All these streaming services, you don't need all that. There's a lot of stuff in your life that you don't need. You got to pay your utilities. You got to pay your rent, your mortgage. You got to take care of your health. You got to eat. But a lot of this other stuff we're doing, we don't need to do it. We're just doing it because it feels good. A lot of people do a lot of stuff out here just because it feels good. That's it. But other than that, no. Cut back where you can. And like I say, a lot of these layoffs are just coming out of nowhere. Nobody's safe right now. Nobody is safe. Please make sure you got some money stacked up in the bank. You got it. You just never know. You never know. And last thing you want to be in is in a whole bunch of credit card debt. And if you have a situation where you need to lean on your credit card for some stuff, I'm not advising it, but things do happen. If your credit card is maxed out, you can't use it. Now you're back at square one. So if you can't get that stuff paid off, pay that stuff off. Pay it off, and just put a little extra money together. I know we got summertime. People want to go out here, frolic in the sun. Go out here, frolic in the sun. Make yourself feel good. I know what's going on. I know y'all can't wait for summertime on the East Coast. I know you can't wait. But before you plan vacations and stuff, make sure you got some money set aside because we just don't know what's going to happen. We really don't. And I want everybody to be in a good space, good shape. Or hell, even if you feel like it's getting funny at your job, you need to update that resume. Update your resume. If you're feeling like it's getting a little funny where you at, update your resume and just put it out there and go fishing. You never know. You might find a better opportunity and make some more money. So just put your resume out there. and go fishing a little bit. Might pull in a new job and make some more money. That's what we got to do. But we got to stay ahead of the game. We got to stay prepared. We must stay prepared. All right. If you got investments, keep investment. They say there might be a stock market crash. Pay attention to your stocks. You know, what's the name I'm looking for? Stop sale. Stop loss. You might want to put a couple stop losses out there. Put some alerts on your stocks just in case something happens. You know it. You know it's going down. You can get that thing back up. You don't want to be caught out here in the cold with your stocks decreasing, going down in the toilet. You're not making any money. Pay attention to your stocks because you don't want them to go to zero. You lose all your money. You want to sell them off, keep the cash. When they go down, you buy them back up again at a cheaper price, and you get more shares. That's what you want to do. Pay attention to everything. If you're a federal worker, file for the unemployment. Pay attention to what happened. If you did lose your job, hey, first thing you got to do, you got to update your resume. You got to update resume. Use ChatGPT. ChatGPT is an amazing tool to update your resume, and it will also ask you interview questions. It will ask you some interview questions. If you want, we can go through here. I can show you how to do all that on ChatGPT. How to update your resume and get yourself an extra $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 at the job. That's what you want to do. We gotta be prepared because times is hard out here now. Times are getting a little hard. But if you fall because of hard times, ain't nothing better than landing on than a soft pile of money. Nothing better than landing on a soft pile of money. So you got to stack that money up so if you fall, you can land on a soft pile of money. You don't have no money, you're going to hit that floor hard. You're going to hit that floor hard. So I would advise anybody, go through your budget, see what you need and what you don't need. Can you cut some things off? Can you get rid of some things? Can you find things cheaper? You might find a better service that's less money. I know me, every now and then, I go looking for new services to see if I can go find something cheaper and better. You might can go find something cheaper and better. You got to go look into that, see what you can find. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Summertime is coming up. Hey, you don't want the summer to turn to a winter because you're financially in dire straits. I'm still waiting on the jobs report. I'm still waiting on the unemployment rate. I know it's through the roof. They're not trying to put it out there intentionally. They don't want us to know what it is. But we're going to find out what it is. All these people are getting let go. Come on, man. And remember, your job does not love you. You're just an employee. That's why they give you an ID number. So they're not directly attached to you. You're just an employee. Take care of yourself. Take care of your money. Because the company's always going to take care of itself first. Company's going to look out for the company and its shareholders first. Not you. You do the same thing. And also, make some preparations for health care. Because when all these people who lost their jobs have no health insurance. And then they're trying to cut back Medicaid, which a lot of people would lean on in the times with no jobs. It's not helping. So make sure if you feel like you're going to lose your job, this is what I did. I made sure, go get your checkups, go to the doctor, get everything you need done right now, just in case something happens. You know where you stand with your health. So with times like this, I would advise everybody, go get your health. You know, if you got a doctor's appointment, if you haven't got anything, go check up, go get your physical, go get it done now. Because when you lose your job, your health insurance goes out the door with it. And you don't want that. That is not good. It's stressful. Not only do you don't have a job, you might have kids. Your kids have needs, health needs, and you don't have the insurance to pay for it. So make sure you take them in right now. Get what you need done so you'll be straight on the back end. When I lost my last job, I knew we were going to get fired. We knew we were going to get let go. I went to the doctor, got everything done. Got everything looked at, made sure everything was straight. So when it did happen, I lost my insurance. I had all that stuff taken care of, and I knew where I stood with all my with my health. So make sure you're doing that. And like I said, keep some cash put away. Don't put all that money in investments because you can't just pull it out. You got to pay taxes on that money. A high yield savings account, a money market account, great place to stash your emergency fund because emergencies do happen. And if you have an emergency, you got to be able to pull that chute so you can land down to safety. Because if you got to jump, you got to fall. You got to make sure you got to shoot to pull and land you down on a bed of money. You want to land on a bed of money. I'm trying to tell you. You don't want to land on that hard ass ground. A flower bed of money. Nothing better than land on that. And that's you. Putting money up, stacking it up, and it all falls. And then it becomes a flower bed of money. All right? Boom. So, drop a comment. Before we go, just want to know anybody got any comments?
on what you think we should do for the boycott. How can we get this right? Can we get DEI back? Can we make them hire diverse people? You know, and I feel probably a lot of white women are for DUI ending. Like, well, hey, aren't you a minority group too? Let me tell you something. Minority, when you think about minorities, you think about blacks and Mexicans, China, Asians, everybody else. Minority, we are not the minorities in numbers. Absolutely not. There's more brown people on earth than white people by a stretch. However, minority means power. It's a power structure. When you think about minorities, it's always a power structure. And you only hear about the minorities. You don't hear about the majorities. You don't hear about them. Poor people are a majority. Working class Americans are the majority. We are the majority, not the minority. We're the minority in finances, but not bodies, not people, not willpower, not skill set. That is not us. We are the majority, and we must always remember that. We are the majority. Just like Josh Brown said, hey, you can go buy your stuff from your favorite company's website, support them that way. If you don't want to go to the store, don't go to the store. But if we are going to boycott, we got to figure out a roadmap. What are we going to boycott? Particular products, what are we going to do, and what do we want? Because they say, okay, guys, stop boycotting us. What do you want? We got to be able to walk up to the table and say, damn it, we want you to hire more people that look like us. Damn it, we want some more raises. That's what you got to do. Uber and Lyft drivers, y'all got it. If y'all boycott for a week, y'all going to win. You're going to win. You're going to win. But you're always going to have some crabs out there that's going to go behind you and do it for whatever reason. So, whatever the case may be. All right, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. We're going to be back Wednesday with Wednesday Rant. I might come on here live tomorrow. I got some time, free time during the daytime. So, might come back on here tomorrow. We'll see. Got to find a good topic to talk about. But if you didn't, go check out my show from last Thursday. We're talking about traveling, all-inclusive, how to find flights. So if you want to travel, go check out that show. Definitely talking about all that and everything today. Everything you want to know about that there. We'll still keep you getting on some travel. See where all the hot spots are, where you can go spend the least amount of money and get the biggest bang for your buck, because that's what you always want to do. Least amount spent, biggest bang for your buck. All right, we're going to be back on Wednesday with the Wednesday Rant. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Siobhan Cross, thank you. Phyllis Hall, Josh Brown, Shauna 5738. Thank you all for your comments and participating on the show. Thank you everyone else for watching. We'll be back on Wednesday. Until then, take care.